My name is Claudia Tornquist. I'm the CEO and president of Kodiak Copper. Kodiak is about copper porphyry exploration. Our main project is in southern British Columbia, a project called MPD. And as Chen says, we are drilling at the moment in the midst of a big drill program. Results will start coming soon, and it will be a very pivotal and exciting drill program for our company. First, a couple of words about the people involved in the company. Chris Taylor is the founder and chairman of Kodiak and very much leads our technical work. I'm sure most of you will know Chris. He's a bit of a celebrity now as he sold our sister company, Great Bear, for $2 billion last year. So massive, big success. Chris is a geologist, very much of an out-of-the-box thinker, and he's a big part of Kodiak's success. Just like Great Bear, Kodiak also is really where Chris thought out of the box and tried a new approach. I'll talk about that a bit more. Myself, my background is more the financial, commercial, business side. I've been in resources now for over 20 years, almost 10 of those with Rio Tinto, and in roles like business evaluation, business development, M&A. So Chris and I are very complementary. I'm the business side, Chris is the technical geology side. Last but not least, John Robbins, important part of the team as well. Many of you will know his name. Mining entrepreneur with a fantastic track record. And John has put together the Discovery Group, of which we are part, a loose alliance of companies, but it's a fantastic group to be part of. It makes Kodiak a stronger company. I feel very fortunate to be part of a strong and credible group. It's a lot of contacts, expertise, etc. And from an investor's perspective, it just also gives people confidence that the companies in the group are well-run companies with projects of substance, because the Discovery Group has been around for many years and not everybody gets invited. I'll speak a bit more about our MPD project. Here's the map where it is located. Southern British Columbia in an established mining region. And I cannot highlight enough what a big advantage that is. We are located between two big copper mines, lots of other exploration projects, mines, etc. in the area. All the infrastructure there, super accessible. You drive from here in 3 hours and turn off the highway and you're in 5 minutes at the drill. So really, really advantageous. It makes for cheap drill costs now and will be a big advantage further down the road. This project will have a much lower hurdle to become economic and will need much lower grades to become economic than a project in a more remote location. Another important point to keep in mind about the MPD project, it's not at all greenfield, but has been explored for decades, since the 60s. And you see here all these black dots, it's all the historic drill holes. So lots of copper and gold found historically already. And I'd like to highlight 3 points. The first one is it's over a large area. In total, 14 square kilometers, where we have drill-proven copper and gold already. And that just tells us big footprint, big size potential. That's what we really like about the project. And you might ask, why has nobody ever made that a success, any of the previous operators? And that's the second point I'd like to highlight. Reason for that is nobody ever had the consolidated package. We are the first company that has the whole land package. Everybody before us was always on small land claims. And that really was the first step for us to create value. And then lastly, there was one thing we did different from everybody before us, and that's when I said before, Chris Taylor is an out-of-the-box thinker. That was really what his thesis was, or his approach was. And the one thing we did differently was we drilled deeper. Our interpretation was that the historic drilling wasn't deep enough to reach the higher grade zones. So we drilled deeper and we made the discovery in our maiden drill program. It worked right away. This is our discovery hole. We came up with that now 2.5 years ago in late 2020. Game changer for the company, big rally in our share price. Teck became our largest shareholder. This result generated a lot of excitement because it's a nice, long, high-grade discovery hole at the gate zone, what is well our discovery is called. And that really set us in motion. At the time, we raised $12.5 million, and that means the last 2 years, we were very busy drilling, and we drilled in total per year approximately 25,000 meters, so 48,000 meters over the last 2 years. And here is where we got to. That's the before and after. On the left, just after our discovery, the red dotted corridor shows approximately the area where we drilled high-grade mineralization. Fast forward, on the right side, that's where we are now. The gate zone is now 1 kilometer in length, 350 meters across, and we have drilled it down to 900 meters. So we're starting to see some real good size. Certainly very pleased with where we got to at the gate zone. But what is very important to understand is that the gate zone is only one out of many targets. That's where we started, but there's lots more to discover at the MPD project. And this year, we are now in the midst of another big drill program, another 25,000 meters. And unlike in previous years, we will not drill anymore at the gate zone, but we essentially take the model that brought discovery success at gate and test 4 or 5 other targets on the property. The map on the left just shows these targets that we have. On the northwestern corner, you see the yellow star, that's the gate zone. All the other dots are targets. The red dots are previously drilled targets, exactly the same as the gate zone. There's one reason why we started at the gate zone, and that was simply one historic drill hole that piqued our interest. All these other targets have just as much discovery potential. And in addition to the historically drilled ones, we have also now generated a number of new targets. So in total, we have 18 targets at the moment lined up, and we are drilling for now, and this year we'll test 4 or 5. So when I said before it will be a pivotal year for the company, it's simply because we made our first discovery, drilled that one over 2 years, showed how big it is, and this year is the year where we will test several, 4 or 5 other targets with the aim to make the next discovery and discover more high-grade zones. It's exploration. There are no promises, but these things come in clusters, and we're very confident that we'll be able to find some more high-grade material and discover 1 or several more zones this year. And that would be, for the project, a big step up, because that would really validate our thesis that this is a big system. And it also has the potential to really generate excitement in the market for our shareholders. So it's a big year for our company, pivotal year, and very much looking forward to report back with our drill results. As I said, the drill is turning. We started exploring in March, and the first set of results will come late June, probably July. And I'm very much looking forward to that. Last but not least, our capital structure. We are a tightly held company. We have just under 64 million shares outstanding. Many of our shareholders really like that. And I think the most important number on this slide is our cash balance, 12 million in the kitty. That means we are fully financed for all the work we have planned this year. And our share price is at the bottom. We are beaten down like many others. And you see on the left here in 2020, that is the spike that our first discovery at the gate zone generated. And this year, we're working on the next discovery and on the next spike and the next for our shareholders. So an exciting year, and watch this space. So thank you very much, and I'll hand back to Sam.